Introducing Sprecher Maple Root Beer. Welcome back, gourmet root beer friends. It is I, the Root Beer Gourmet, with another amazing review. Today we have got Sprecher Maple Root Beer. Now Sprecher is made from the Sprecher Brewery in Glendale, Wisconsin. They have several different types of root beer. They have their regular Sprecher root beer, which is delicious, seal of approval, 4 out of 5 keg brew. Excellent. They made a commemorative honey root beer, which was okay, too much honey. Story for another time. They also make other root beer products. Root beer float popcorn, very good. A delicious root beer mustard and a decent root beer barbecue sauce. Now this, instead of being made with raw Wisconsin honey like normal Sprecher, is made with pure Wisconsin maple syrup. Here in Minnesota, I like to think my Minnesotan maple syrup that I make myself is vastly superior, but I'll give them credit. Wisconsin is also a mapling state, so probably still pretty good. Ingredients of this, we have got carbonated water, cane sugar, natural flavors, Wisconsin maple syrup, and citric acid. So, the question is this going to taste just like the regular Sprecher that's made with Wisconsin honey, with the Wisconsin honey subbed out for the maple syrup, or is this going to be its own unique concoction? We'll find out. And then, also, is it going to be good? Well, it's foaming up nicely, so let me just adjust the pour height. Oh my gosh. When I started, maybe only about half of the root beers that I would ever drink would have a good head like this. But now that I find the majority of the root beers that I drink have a good head, and you know what? All I can say is I'm glad I'm having a positive impact on the root beer world. Now, this is a very nice head right here. Good height. It makes some really big bubbles as it foams away. I know some of them don't always do it that way, but it's quite typical. No bonus points, but no points lost. So this is good how the root beer head should be. And let's give this a try. Okay, it's very sweet. By the way, 47 grams of sugar. That's a lot for a root beer. Average around 40, 42. Okay. It's got a nice rich sassafras flavor, but then there's a lot of wintergreen, which isn't something that you get in the normal Sprecher. And then after the wintergreen shows up the maple syrup. Sort of a darker flavor. I would have expected a more smooth, rich vanilla flavor, but it's not like a creamy. It's sort of a dark, minty, mapley sort of flavor going on here. Now for a bite, not really a lot. Not a ton of bite, not a lot of spices. I mean, good carbonation. There's that minty. But yeah, not your standard root beer bite. The aftertaste is sort of a wintergreen, mapley flavor. It's really different. I can't ever say that I've had a minty maple root beer. It almost works. Yeah, it almost works. A problem is with the aftertaste, is the more you drink, the more you get this wintergreen, which is a very delicious root beer ingredient, building, but there's not really, I feel a big missing piece of vanilla. Like, I feel vanilla could really tie the wintergreen and the maple together, but it's not there. So you get this sort of dark, minty root beer, and then maple syrup. And they're both good ingredients, if done right. Together, they just don't quite make it. Like, They just don't quite meld. So, sorry Sprecher, 3.5. It is, it's still really good. It's just not quite seal of approval because just those flavors, they don't mesh perfectly. There's a little bit of a clash and it detracts. You keep expecting one thing and you're getting the other, but still a pretty good brew from an excellent root beer brewery, Sprecher Brewery. Definitely worth giving a try. Alright, try this root beer. Until the next time, Root Beer Gourmet signing off.